Have you ever wanted to know how to start a business, but you didn't know where to start? You didn't even know where to begin. You've tried looking it up, you tried researching, and every time that you did, it just felt too complicated. Well, in this video, I am going to show you exactly which businesses that you can start as a tech professional in 2026. And most importantly, I am going to show you the businesses that actually makes money. Make sure you stay till the end because I'm going to show you the simplest business model that you can start immediately. It's literally the turnkey business model that you can start that 90% of the work is done for you and you actually make monthly revenue from it. Most people start businesses by looking within, but deciding, well, this is something I've done before, or this is something I enjoy, or sometimes they look outside. They look at what's trending, what the friend has told them about, or what someone else has tried in the past and worked. Even though those are good paths to start, you want to start a business that the market proves to you that they want. So it's important to start there first. Do research, know what type of service that you want to provide based on what the marketplace wants. And then when you get started in that business, make sure you continue to do your research to understand how to get clients. Most people get stuck or they don't continue in their business because they feel that they don't know where to get clients and then to bring in that consistent revenue. 90% of people do that. They just stop a perfectly well functioning business because they don't know where to get clients and they don't know where went wrong. But here's the truth: as tech and IT professionals, we already have the skill sets. We know how to solve business problems, we know how to communicate with business individuals, and we're so skilled at what we do. But that is not the issue. The issue here is that most people start businesses by choosing the wrong business model. Some business models keep you depending on people for your next client consistently. It doesn't matter how hard you try, it's just really difficult to get out of that business model. And then others has a strict path of how to get consistent client flowing in. So it's really important when selecting your business that you choose the right business model. So you have to understand this. Not all businesses are built the same and not all business models are the same. Some business model will give you income but no flexibility and freedom. Some give you flexibility but no scalability. And some give you control, leverage, and long-term growth. And it's so important that you understand these three business models. If you don't understand these business models, you can be doing all the right things, but still feel stuck and not getting the momentum that you need in your business. Let's break down the business models that you can start as an IT professional right now in 2026. The first one is to start as a freelancer. Most people start there. It's easy to get in. You take on projects, you complete tasks, and then you get paid for the task that was completed. You can find these jobs by referral or on platforms such as Upwork, Fiverr. Sometimes you can even find freelancing work on LinkedIn. This is very simple to get in, but here's the problem: you're always depending on someone to give you your next client. And then the pay is pretty low as well. And then one thing is you're always trading your time for money. And most of the time, you don't control where your next client is coming from. The second level is being a consultant. And this is the level where things start to change for you a little bit. You stop doing tasks and you start solving real business problems. You start charging higher rates, you work directly with clients, and then you position yourself as the expert. This business model actually works pretty well, but here's the downside: it only works well if you're able to source your own client. But if you have to depend on recruiters, that means you're still depending on someone else to give you your work. When you're depending on someone else, then they have a say in what your rate could be and they control your pipeline. The third business model here is agency or staffing agency. This is one of my favorite business models because you're not just delivering value, but now you're building a team that helps you deliver that value. You bring in clients and then others fulfill the work for you. And your earnings is based on the difference between what that client pay and what you pay your team. This business model is awesome, but it requires you to have system, process, and a consistent client pipeline. And you need to build relationship with your ideal clientele. Knowing sales and knowing marketing is key for this business model to work. The fourth business model is being a coach or educator. And I love this business model too. Because being a coach and educator now, what you're doing is taking your intellectual property, what you know, packaging it in a course or some type of framework, and then sell that. Now your money is not dependent on your time because you create your intellectual property once and it's forever green selling for you automatically. This is where you see businesses start scaling like exponentially because the reality is now you have positioned yourself as an expert and then you have credibility, results, and positioning to prove your track records. So everybody wants to have your intellectual property. So which of these business model is actually the best? You may be asking yourself that. But here's the truth. The best business model is the one that gives you control over your clients and over your ability to scale and give you control over increasing income over time. And for IT professional, it's not just one. It's a progression of steps. For myself, I have gone through all four of these steps. I've built an agency and now I'm a coach. I've met IT professionals who've never even done the freelancing path. So you don't even have to start there as a freelancer, but you can start as a consultant to get that income flowing and then build your agency and eventually package your intellectual property and become a coach or educator. That's exactly how you build something that actually grows and it lasts over all of the up and down of the market. It grows with you and it grows along with your expertise. Now, let me share something with you. Remember when I said that stay till the end and I'll share with you the simplest business model out there? This business model, most people are not even talking about it. It's the simplest way you can actually start a business by reselling a software package. There are platforms that softwares are already built. They already have all of the system in place for you. And you can whitelist that as your own and start generating monthly income. Isn't that amazing? When I learned about that, it just blew my mind. This is definitely something I am going to try out in 2026 because I've met so many entrepreneurs that are seven figures doing this. I'm going to give you one platform that I really love that is doing this right now. It's GoHighLevel. GoHighLevel allows you to repackage and sell it as your own software. And 90% of the work is done for you. Like, wow, sign me up. GoHighLevel allow you to white label their software and sell it as your own. So instead of going out there and starting from scratch, you can take a platform that's already functioning, repackage it, and sell it to businesses. There's so many ways that you can repackage the features in these softwares. And instead of getting paid one time, you have monthly revenue coming in. Like, let's go. All high schoolers need to start doing this like ASAP. If they had this when I was in college, that would have probably been one of my businesses. You have built a recurring revenue. And the best part is you didn't have to start from scratch. It doesn't take you a month to get this up and running. If you guys want a demo of this product and how to go about it, let me know. I can do a full demo of this feature. You still need to understand the fundamentals. I've talked about on my channel repeatedly, you need to understand your client. You need to know how you're positioning yourself, their pain points, and what your clients' main needs are. For example, if you're selling website services, your customer don't care that you're going to create them the best website in the world. What they care about is that people can find them easily, which then lead to more income, more revenue, more customers. That's what business owners care about. So whatever business model that you choose to go with, make sure you understand the fundamentals, positioning, audience, and then consistent client. If you're starting a business in 2026, don't just start the easiest business. You want to ask yourself, what business will allow me to scale, grow, and have consistent revenue? Because that decision determines everything. I hope you found this helpful. See you in the next video.